Hello. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on this training regarding juvenile immigration law. My name is Priya Konings, and I'm a regional director for legal services at Kids in Need of Defense. By way of background, Kids in Need of Defense is an international organization with offices around the United States as well as in Central America and Europe. We have been in existence since 2008, and we work solely with children who are refugees. We provide direct legal representation as well as pro bono mentorship, and we engage in robust policy advocacy. We are always looking for new pro bono attorneys. So if you are interested, please feel free to visit our website at www.supportkind.org to find out more about how you can volunteer to work with children who are refugees. Today's training will focus on understanding what unaccompanied children are, where they come from, and why they are arriving in the United States. We will have a background on the immigration law system, and then we will get into the nitty-gritty of understanding humanitarian immigration relief, specifically for unaccompanied minors or children under the age of 18. We will talk about special immigrant juvenile status, asylum, and a variety of different visas. And then we'll also touch on a few helpful practice considerations. Okay, let's get started. So to kick us off, I'd like to talk more about what an unaccompanied minor child is. Unaccompanied minor children are children who are under the age of 18 and they're arriving in the United States without a parent or a legal guardian. They receive this designation when they arrive at a U.S. border. The majority of unaccompanied minor children that arrive in the United States are originating from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. We don't receive many children from Mexico because our U.S. laws dictate that children coming from a contiguous country, such as Mexico or Canada, can be turned around and sent to back to their home country. But children coming from a non-contiguous country, such as El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras, will be apprehended at the border and then processed and are allowed to stay in the United States to seek immigration relief. The majority of clients that we work with are Spanish speakers, and some also speak indigenous languages. If you are to take on a case where you are working with an unaccompanied minor child from one of these countries, it would be helpful to secure an interpreter to communicate with your client. You can see here we've provided some numbers regarding the number of children who are arriving in the United States. So in fiscal year 2018, it was 50,000. In 2019, it was about 76,000. The number dropped significantly in 2020 due to the policies of the administration, but that number has continued to rise and is back at numbers similar to 2018. And even before that, we were typically seeing about 50 to 75,000 children arrive per year since 2013. It's important to understand why these children are fleeing to the United States. So the majority of children who are coming as unaccompanied minors, as I mentioned, are coming from the Northern Triangle. The Northern Triangle, consisting of El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras, are particularly dangerous parts of the world. They are essentially being run by gangs. The gangs serve as the de facto government, and they rule through violence. So most civilians are subject to constant gang violence, threat of sexual assault, human trafficking, domestic violence, different types of abuse, extortion, and children specifically are then subject to abandonment and neglect because their parents are often recruited into gangs or trafficked by gangs or murdered by gangs. As a result, huge influxes of children have been coming to the United States since 2013, which is around the time when the gangs really took over control in these countries.